Oh yeah, baby, bringing out the old shirt for this video. Today I'm talking about the concept of passing and why it's problematic. What is passing? Passing is problematic. What is passing? What am I talking about? Why are we even here, Chase? What are we doing? I don't even know anymore. It's hot as fuck in this room. I have to close my window so you can hear me. I can't even put my fan on because then you'll shh in the background. Just bear with me, okay? The concept of passing, let me use like an example from like whatever. So I was assigned female at birth, I was raised with female socialization, and I realized this isn't actually who I am, and so I transitioned. While I was transitioning, before I started T, I did not pass, so I still looked and sounded feminine to society standards. And once I started hormones and my facial structure and voice started to change to a more masculine side, I started to pass as male. So your passing is something that you want to be, and that's something that you are, and something that you're achieving, striving to achieve. See, the definition makes it sound like it's like fake, and that's what the issue here is about. Like you're passing, you're trying to pass off as something that you're not. That's what it sounds like, and that's really not what I'm trying to say, obviously. So just so there's 100% transparency in this topic and why I'm talking about this, I just want to 100% tell you I did my honors research on the importance of passing for queer transgender men as it related to masculinity, identity, and safety. Now, because I said that, I want to let you know why I did this research and why I called it the importance of passing, especially now that I just told you that the concept of passing is problematic. The concept of passing is problematic because, one, it assumes that all trans people in the world want to transition and want to appear as the gender that they are truly, and that they weren't assigned at birth. Now, I understand that that can be confusing for a lot of people, even trans people who have transitioned or are transitioning, because a lot of people think that being trans and the point of being trans is to transition, and it is for a lot of people, but there is such a thing as passing privilege, and there is also such a thing as being visibly trans, and some people don't like being on both of those sides, or either of those sides, neither. Those sides, yeah. So what I'm talking about here, I have passing privilege, 100%, so I'm on this side here, passing privilege. I can go through life, people will never know that I'm trans unless I tell them or unless they Google me, or you know what I'm talking about. People will not know that I'm trans unless I give them identifiers. People just think I'm gay. I have passing privilege. This means, okay, let me just say that companies or whoever that want to promote trans things always end up finding trans people who are passable. I hate that term, don't ever use that term. It's like saying transgendered. Do not use this term. So they try to find people, trans people, who pass very well in order to be like their spokesperson or in order to promote trans life. I understand. Trans people, that's the visibility that we have right now, and I get that people don't want to put someone who's, I don't even know why I'm saying I'm getting it. It's bullshit. I don't think it's right, because then there's people on the other side who may look visibly trans, and first of all, what does that even mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, it is not to my standards. God, no. Fuck, I don't care. I'm saying society, because society's a piece of shit, but we've talked about this before, so shh. If you don't pass, and you want to pass, it sucks, because then you have all of these people who have all of this privilege that can go through the world as not being visibly trans and not having to deal with the discrimination that comes along with being trans. And then you're stuck here having to either wait on hormones or having to wait on surgeries, like facial feminization surgeries, and I know that there's some surgeries for trans guys for the face, or even people who don't even want to go on hormones. The concept of passing is just insane, because some people don't want to go on hormones. It's not even about transitioning. You can transition and not go on hormones. I know people who will never go on hormones or don't ever plan on going on hormones or ever having top surgery or bottom surgery. It's fine. Transition the way you want to transition. Who cares? But it really implies that only people who transition and only people who, more like only people who like go on hormones or who pass are like real trans people. So passing kind of implies that if you don't pass, you're not really trans, and you've only achieved this true trans status unless you start passing. That is disgusting, and that's now kind of why I want to like segue into the research that I did and why I did it. That's why I did my research. I don't like the concept of passing, but for the sake of clarity, and because all of the research I had read, which was like 4 articles, talked about passing as the word, most of them, maybe 1 or 2 that were from trans authors, actually talked about why it's problematic, but the cis authors obviously didn't. Not that I'm saying obvious because all cis people are like not knowing of this. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that like most of the research on trans people from cis people isn't, whatever, let's not even go there. So why I decided to do this research and why I said the importance of passing is because I really wanted to talk about safety, and why for these specific 8 transgender men that I had interviewed, why passing was important to them. So my research, basically, if you were to read it right now, which is available on academia.edu, by the way, my thesis basically proves that society will only accept you will only accept you if you pass. Which is bullshit, problematic, I hate it. I don't even like saying those words out loud because then it might give people who don't pass a realization of this. But I guess it's better to know it and hear it from somebody in the community, I guess, than realizing it by yourself, because holy shit, did I realize that when I went off of T. And I realized it in a bad way from the community, and I realized it from other people in other community, in the LGBT community, and other people in public. It's just ridiculous. Because I decided to go off of T and I stopped passing a little bit, I wasn't seen as trans anymore. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you in my brain? Do you know anything about me? Like what? So I really hope that I'm making myself clear, and I'm so scared that this video is problematic, and I'm really hoping that everybody watched at least to this part, because I know that I said something kind of in the beginning that sounded really like I was agreeing with this whole like society passing, you're real trans. I believe that this really goes back into a circle to a video I made 3 years ago. Oh, 3 years ago, huh? Ooh. Trans enough, the trans enough video. You are trans enough. You don't have to go on hormones. You don't have to have surgery. You don't have to change your name. You don't have to change your gender marker. You transition the way you want to transition. If you pass or not, you're trans. The concept of passing is just insane, and I hate it, and I don't even wish that there was another word for it. It's not like the T word where I'm just like, I can't even hear this word without wanting to puke, because it like elicits, yeah, so many negative feelings for me to hear words like that, and to hear the word, like, it's okay to be like, oh, like, when did you start passing? Like, I get that, like, I get it. I'm not, like, it's okay to, like if you're asking somebody, but it's also good to have a little disclaimer in there to understand that you don't need to pass to be trans. And I think that that's the point of this video, and I think that maybe I should, I think I just got a new research topic, because I don't think that's ever been written on. I hope this video made sense. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. I really did not mean to at all. I try to be very neutral in these instances, except against society, because society can literally go suck my dick. But I'm really just trying to talk about this because it's something I needed to rant. I needed to vent about it because it's something that I don't feel like I can talk to a lot of people about here, because a lot of my roommate's trans, like, and he's out as trans, like it's not like it's a secret, and doesn't mind that I say that he's trans. We're there, we're good, okay. He's been in my videos before on Transtastic, okay, we're good. Just making sure I don't get shit for doing that, because I'm not just outing him, don't worry. Anyways, long story short, I don't really have many people to talk to about this, so when I make videos about it, I feel like sometimes I get a little heated. Maybe it's good that I do it in videos though, because then if I was in public and doing it, I'd be like, society, I hate. Anyways, hate society, choose to study it, love you, hope you have a great week. Let's have a conversation about this, please. I need to have a conversation about this. Let's do it on Facebook, let's do it on Tumblr, let's do it on Instagram, let's do it on my YouTube channel. Probably my YouTube channel, because I mean, like, we're on the video anyways right here, so if you comment down there, then they're there and I could see it because I get it to my email and we could like talk, then everybody can start talking, passing. Am I wrong? Am I right? Am I just crazy? Am I thinking about this too much? Am I like thinking about it? Am I putting too much into this? What am I doing? Have a great week. Passing. Anyways, I mean, whatever, it's important to like, I'm not saying that it's not important to pass. I'm saying like the concept of passing is like me looking male and me being my true self and my authentic self, it's me. I'm here, I'm trans, sure, cool, I pass, yes. But the concept of it saying that if I didn't pass, I'm not really trans is just like, are you fucking kidding Anyways, have a great week. I'll see you later.